Well, guys, the Epstein files. We were told that we were actually getting the full Epstein files, and that did not happen. What we actually got was what they called a phase one, and a bunch of influencers got these binders. They were out there. And then we find out it's really nothing new. We only got 200 pages or so, and apparently there's thousands. We didn't get one single name from the Epstein list. Pam Bondi comes out and actually says, we did not get everything. She wrote a letter to Cash Till and said, you have until, I believe, 8 a.m. on Friday to see what happened and get everything to me. And apparently, guys, that actually happened. And now Pam Bondi has probably the full Epstein files. Now, they're actually going through it right now. They're trying to protect, I believe, 200 plus victims. And I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of victims, guys. It really, really is. But it seems like Pam Bondi and Cash Patel were actually undermined by the FBI in New York. I mean, the deep state guys, they really don't want these files to get out there. They really don't. Now, I must question how much of the Epstein files are we going to get? I believe we should get 100%. We should have the names of everybody that was associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Did they go to that island? Who flew on that plane? We should have it all because President Trump said, release everything. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that. It was a failure. It was a failure, guys. But let's go ahead and get into this because Pam Bondi, she was actually on with Hannity, and she gave us some details here. Let's get into it. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Support us by becoming a channel member. Memberships just start at $5 per month. If you watch on YouTube, the same. If you watch on Rumble, click the join button and support us on Locals. Everything just starts at $5 per month. Get access to the member live stream that we have on Fridays. We appreciate the support. So here we go. Right here. Attorney General Pam Bondi says FBI delivered truckload of Epstein files after she put out hard deadline. Epstein files will be dealt with as fast as we can, Bondi said. So there's really no word on when it's actually going to get released. She has everything, but here's the problem. She said weeks ago she had the Epstein files on her desk, but apparently now she didn't have all of the Epstein files. But anyway, says here, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi revealed that the Department of Justice has received more Jeffrey Epstein files from the FBI after the document release she touted last week fell flat. More, how about all of the Epstein files? I mean, we need all of them, guys. Tell you the truth. But let's go ahead and listen into this clip here of Pam Bondi on Hannity. Let's roll it.
I want to be clear because I think people got frustrated because they were expecting more. You were expecting more, and you didn't find out less than 24 hours before the release. You got a whistleblower that confirmed that there were way more documents that they were supposed to turn over, and then you found out just before that.
Well, sure. And you're looking at these documents going, these aren't all the Epstein files. You know, there were flight logs, there were names and victims' names. And we're going, where's the rest of the stuff? And that's what the FBI had turned over to us. And so a source said, whoa, all this evidence is sitting in the Southern District of New York. Yep. So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI. Cash is going to get me and himself, really, a detailed report as to why all these documents and evidence had been withheld. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein, because there are a lot of victims.
Well, you had identified in phase one over 254.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted? will everything else be made public that you get in your possession?
Yeah, the FBI hasn't had, obviously, they haven't looked at the thousands of pages of documents that they've just received Friday. Yeah. But Cash has a team going through them, and it's always about protecting the victim. But you know what? We believe in transparency, and America has the right to know. The Biden administration sat on these documents. No one did anything with them. And why were they sitting in the Southern District of New York? I want a full report on that. You know, sadly, these people don't believe in transparency. But I think more, unfortunately, I think a lot of them don't believe in honesty. And it's a new day. It's a new administration. And everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
And that goes the same with the JFK files,
JFK,
RFK files,
Martin
MLK.
Luther King. Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. What are the things?
Yeah, so you heard that right there, guys. And trust me, there's some very, very powerful people associated with Jeffrey Epstein. We already know about Bill Clinton, man, former president. Maybe there's more stuff we didn't know about Bill Clinton. Don't know for sure. Prince Andrew of the UK royal family, man, he was extremely close with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, guys, these files, man, are going to cause a whole bunch of people to be in massive trouble. Massive trouble. People could actually go to prison. And we definitely need transparency here, folks. But the deep state is still out there, man. Deep state does not want this out there. They didn't want this out there, guys. And look, right here. The head of the New York FBI field office resigns. He got fired after DOJ says office hid Epstein documents. Yeah. So this is the guy right here who got fired. His name is James Dennehy. Says here, the FBI's top official in New York was forced to resign on Monday, stating he was not given any reason for the decision by Washington, D.C. The resignation comes after the Department of Justice accused his office of hiding documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein case last week. James Dennehy, a Marine Corps veteran, I should actually say, almost messed it up, who joined the FBI following the September 11 attacks, informed colleagues at the agency's New York field office of his departure in a resignation letter. Quote, late Friday, I was informed that I needed to put my retirement papers in today, which I just did. I was not given a reason for this decision, Dennehy wrote in a message, which was obtained by ABC News and other media outlets. In the letter, he expressed regret over the sudden nature of his resignation and praised his co-workers as, quote, an office of professionals who will always do the right thing for the right reasons. His exit is the latest in a series of departures from the FBI since the Trump administration took over the White House. Dennehy had previously clashed with acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bovey. Last month, he had sent an email to FBI staff voicing support for officials who have been removed from investigations related to the January 6th Capitol riot. Yeah, so this guy is gone. This man, the head of the FBI field office in New York, they held documents. They kept him away from the Attorney General and the head of the FBI overall in Cash Till. Folks, it definitely seems like this guy probably actually should be investigated and charges should be pressed on him, man. I mean, he was undermining the authority of his superiors, including the president, man. The president said, release these files. They didn't want to do it. They did not want to do it. Now, I'm wondering how long is actually going to take for Pam Bondi and Cash Tell and his team to actually go through these documents here. Talking about a truckload of documents. Boy, this maybe could actually be the bombshell, but I think some trust has been shattered a little bit now. I really do. So we definitely need the whole entire thing. If you want to redact the names of the victims, go right ahead. But everything else needs to be laid out there for the American people to see. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.